Welcome, one and all, to Macabre London's creepy Christmas celebrations. 2020 has truly been an annus horribilis, so I thought what better than to look back on Christmases past to bring you some of the most terrifying, hideous, and downright horrifying tales of old, as we look forward to finally putting this obnoxious year to bed. Over the next 25 days, I'll be bringing you a gruesome tale every single day, an abhorrent advent calendar, if you will. I'll be covering 24 topics related to this seemingly sweet holiday, brushing away the tinsel and exploring the darker side of this festive month. These gruesome tales won't just be London-based. I'll be telling you about folklore and Christmas traditions from all over the world, in order for us to understand exactly why Christmas is joyfully dark. You can join me every day on either the Macabre London podcast or YouTube channel, and on Christmas Day, there will be a full-length episode as your Christmas present. One thing to mention before we do get started is if you're listening to the podcast or watching my YouTube channel with little ones, I will be mentioning some things that could upset their Christmas, and I would suggest you tune out and join me back in January for the regularly scheduled murder and dark history that kids just can't get enough of. So without further ado, let's get into door number 1 on the Abhorrent Advent Calendar. To begin our Advent Calendar, we have to do so by opening door number 1, beginning the 24-day countdown to Christmas Day on the 25th of December. For children, the month of December can be a tricky one to navigate. There are negotiations to be made, temptations to be resisted, and of course the ever-looming threat of no presents on Christmas Day if you've misbehaved. Not only is December a month to be on your best behaviour, it's also a month to learn from others' mistakes, and for parents to remind children of exactly what might happen if they make trouble, as it could be a whole lot worse than not just receiving any presents. In most cultures, it's tradition to leave out a snack for Santa, or a Father Christmas-like being, on Christmas Eve, so he can keep up his energy, and more importantly, his blood alcohol levels, whilst he makes his way across the whole of the world in one single night. A feat that definitely would require more than just a snifter of brandy to complete. It's a wonderful way for children to know that the big man has been, as a nibble from a slice of Christmas cake and a chomp from a carrot shows that not only has Santa been successful in breaking into your home, he's also somehow managed to bring in his reindeer too. The snacks that are left out for jolly old St. Nick span a wide range of culinary delights. In America, it's milk and cookies. In the UK, it's a mince pie and sherry, which is a sweet pie and not a meat pie, despite the name. In Ireland, Santa will have a pint of Guinness. In Norway, he'll be treated to a jug of beer served with rice pudding, and south of the equator, once he's had a chance to warm up, he can expect a cold beer and something off the braai, the traditional barbecue. The origins of the midnight buffet are not completely known, but there are a few theories as to what the Santa Snackfest may be about. The traditional German Christmas tree was hung with snacks aplenty, and may be why we associate some of the well-known scents and flavours with Christmas. Cinnamon spiked apples, clove oranges, spiced pears and gingerbread were once used, and sometimes still are, to decorate a traditional tree. This would have given Santa Claus a little snack to take from the tree before heading back out into the cold, snowy night. Another thought that made the milk and cookies option favourable for the Americans was that during the Great Depression, parents wanted to impress upon their children the importance of gifting to others, and especially to a stranger who was doing a good deed for them by delivering their presents. Leaving offerings out for ancient deities was also a part of the pagan festivities that eventually turned into Christmas, and as a combination of these different practices, we now leave out a simple snack for Santa. However, what has to be remembered is that Santa's snack is for him, and him alone. Touch it, and you could suffer the terrible consequences. A young boy called Danny learned this the hard way, and his ghost now serves as a warning to children every Christmas Eve to not eat Santa's cookies. Legend has it that Danny, who lived with his grandmother, had been told not to eat the freshly baked cookies that had been left for Santa. However, the smell of the warm, sweetly spiced bickies was too much for little Danny to resist. He didn't eat just one, not two, but he demolished the whole plate of Santa's cookies. When his grandmother saw what he'd done, she lost her temper and beat Danny to a bloody pulp, murdering him. To remember Danny and his greedy ways, South African children always remember to leave out a plate of cookies for Santa on Christmas Eve, but they also leave a few extra for the ghost of Danny, who likes to drop by for a sweet treat too. If Danny doesn't find any treats for him, then he's said to get very angry, and nobody wants that, especially not on Christmas Eve. So remember, when you're putting out whatever delicacy is tradition in your country, to leave out an extra cookie for Danny. You wouldn't want him to wake you up in the middle of the night now, would you? Delicious. Thank you for joining me for door number 1 of the Macabre London Abhorrent Advent Calendar. I'll be back tomorrow with door number 2. Please like, comment, rate, review and subscribe on whatever platform you're enjoying this on, and come and say hi on my social media. If you'd like to help support the show, then you can do so by signing up to our Patreon, buying a gift from the Amazon wishlist, or making a one-off donation via the Acast supporter link. Thanks for joining me, I've been Nikki Druce, and I'll see you tomorrow for door number 2.